Me not the country fitty. Kiki. See that clock chase on me.
Me not that country fitty. Wako SpaceX scripting bastards. Spaceship picky fly, where's the NASA? Where's the car, easy ends, Nick Gaza. Ugly, but the money made me handsome. In the city of dreams, I'm scamming shit. Siasa, motherland grabbing. Same place to scream for change. Kuma barabara, but really shit ain't happening. Toka enzi za moi tumechoka. My youth man wanalala kwa mlota. Hakuna kazi mtani, so kazi mtani yosiwe watakam kuichota. Which kind of offer? Some like that, swing and cut like Samurai Jack. So fresh, it's good vibes, strictly dopeness. Like I'm sniffing that Robbie. Shorty from the hood, freaky.
Another form kitty.
Another stick, freaky.
Another cloud, kiki.
Like cloud chase on me.
Me not the country fitty. Kiki. See that cloud chase on me.
We not that country fitty. Two bees all day, niko busy. Chicho nyanya, niko sleepy. Sijadosi kumweksa dize. Niko nuts in the balls, sim. Powder, bitch lap, pimpin'. Chicken film in a roll, 60s. Wakidai wanna beef, blicky. I wasn't could believe, replace. You figure it out. Kidneys, Ethiopian food, sigini. Okay, keep it short, piggy me's. Sai, mosai, chickadee.
Mindo saisa, kinky. Mina panda ganji, ching. Jump food in check, chicken in. I'm so ill.
Shorty freaky.
Another form kitty.
Another stick, freaky.
Another cloud kiki.
Like cloud chase on me.
Me not the country fitty. Kiki. See that cloud chase on me.
Me not that country fitty. One love sija kuja na makiki. Gang hivi tumekuja kama 50. Rap hivi kwenye suwa tuko filthy. Still kama naongeza parachichi. Backstep ukini tiki niko missing. Deep stroke ndani maji niko swimming. Tiki winner on the daily siko simping. Bado vitu zinazidi kama pike. Bruce Lee tumezoea mafight. Tukileta hizo left tunakuja na right. Tumekuja na mapanga na mashoka. Pen game inakuja na machoka. El Chapo tunakuja na makuka. Gotta get this money no broker. Gotta get these bitches to be freaky. 125 pana cheza na machichi. Freaky.
Another form kitty.
Another stick, freaky.
Another cloud kiki.
Wagwan. Happy New Week. 7 minutes past the top of the hour. You're doing amazing. You have a beautiful week ahead. Hope you had a beautiful weekend. Welcome to another episode of the Pan-African Bliss. This is the media of the 21st century.
I'm killing it.
Whoever is literally listening to us via the radio station, those who are with us on BitChute, on YouTube, Spreaker, Spotify, whatever platform you're catching me live from.
Zig Brown, stay humble, brother. I wanna skin sit down. Late in the night, down your 125. Hip hop, new lifestyle, energy die. Wanna need after, how I need why. Screen don't tap after kuvai.
I feel so energetic today.
Drip.
Literally, I want the tone to continue that way till the end of the week.
Stick shift.
Energy on top.
Shorty from the hood, freaky.
Another form kitty.
Another stick, freaky.
Another cloud kiki.
Thou clutches mimi.
Me not the country fitty.
Yeah, karibuni sana. I hope you guys are doing amazing, man. I fell in love with this jam. Literally, it's one of my amazing favorite bangers that I've been playing back to back, even in my house. But karibuni sana. I hope you guys had a beautiful weekend. Shout out to everyone who's listening to us or tuning in via YouTube, those who are with us on BitChute, those who are with us on the radio station, Spreaker, Spotify, and those who shall be catching this on a replay as well in form of a podcast. Hope you guys get to enjoy, and welcome to the Blackout Fire Network media of the 21st century. My name is Joby once again, and of course today we shall be having interesting conversations regarding what has been happening during the weekend, but we're going to be focusing on the political unrest, which is by design in Africa, and talk about, which I've talked about a couple of times again, how oppositions actually are paid actors. So by that, actually, most of our conversation, I'd say they'll be backed by many incidents that have taken place during this weekend, including where we had literally Ruto and the rest of the people actually calling out the police officers to shoot people literally again after he said that justice should be actually given to the soldiers who fell when they were protesting about our country's right. And he actually called us terrorists and bunch of names. But recently, I think a week, we saw that actually that was last week, we talked about him and we saw him talking about how he recognizes this incident and justice, and the families are going to be compensated. But let's talk about yesterday's incident. Are you going to compensate people when we're seeing the same actions actually currently repeating themselves? We've not even started campaigns yet. We're not even yet on a campaign mode, as much as I'd say we are on a campaign mode, but this is already crazy. We're talking about several number of people. It's not yet confirmed how many people lost their lives yesterday, but this is because after we had the chairman of ODM party who was actually literally removed from the party, and that called actually a lot of it called and caused a lot of controversies online. People are mad about it because for the longest time we've had ODM as the long-standing opposition party, and which was led by the late Raila Odinga. And Sifuna, who is actually one of the ODM leaders, or literally, I'd say a chairperson, he was removed from that position and they installed someone who's currently working with Ruto. And this has actually caused a lot of political unrest. And we're going to be talking about that because and sharing videos of what took place yesterday. If really our president cares about the lives of the people, why are we seeing police literally releasing or shooting people with live bullets to actually just cause or control order in the country? More of that coming also from South Africa. We're going to be talking about how South Africa has started an extensive vaccine campaign, and this is actually to the cattle, and we know what this is all about. More coming from the African Union as it adapts resolutions on calling slavery and colonialism genocide. And I think this is not the first time they're doing this. We're going to be going back into some articles. The Kenyans also mourning the last Mau Mau rebellion. We're going to be starting with that. We also have much more conversation coming from Dr. Mombi about how Bill Gates has donated lots of funds. This is after the GMO mosquitoes, which actually right now we're actually experiencing a lot of mosquitoes in Nairobi. It's just not making sense. There's a lot of mosquito, and actually this actually makes sense if we go back to the Bill Gates and them as literally rejecting the whole accusation, which has already happened in the country. Shout out to Ghana, which has also literally said it's seeking extradition of the Russian man. This is over the secret sex videos. We're going to be discussing about that, and actually how over 200 European men who sell sex tapes of African women and how they've been doing this, and much more coming right here on the middle of the 21st century. Once again, karibuni sana. Hope you guys had a beautiful weekend. Once again, let me know for those who are just tuning in. But before we get into that, a quick reminder to get yourself our organic supplements, which you can find under our Black Hot Fire Network application. That is on the BHFN Sports page. Stay healthy and, of course, stay focused. And I'd love to share some brain and focus as we come back with the conversations of today.
Unlock your full potential with Brain and Focus, a powerful supplement designed to boost mental clarity, enhance memory, and sharpen concentration. Made from a blend of scientifically proven ingredients like ginkgo biloba, omega-3, and essential vitamins, Brain and Focus is crafted to fuel your mind. Our process ensures maximum potency and effectiveness, delivering the perfect balance of brain-boosting nutrients. Take just one capsule daily, as prescribed by your healthcare provider, and feel the difference. Whether it's powering through your workday or staying sharp in life's challenges, Brain and Focus keeps you at the top of your game. Stay sharp, stay focused, and stay ahead with Brain and Focus. Brain and Focus, fuel your mind, achieve more. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Yes, karibuni sana. Keith, how are you doing?
Santi sana, Jobin.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm great, can't complain. But yes, karibuni sana as we start with today's conversation. I'm going to start with this article, which is literally talking about, before I get into the Russian guy and how Ghana actually taking actions against him, I want to talk about how Africans themselves have inability of traveling within the continent. It's something we've talked about last week. I was talking about the borders, how they have for so long restricted us on trading with each other and so much. But this short article literally talks about how Africans can travel to Europe, but not within an African to African country, and which is a very serious discussion on why that actually has been kept that way by design. It's not just by coincidence that we woke up and we couldn't to other countries.
It's by design to make sure Africans don't know each other. So if come in and colonize you, then your grandma and your mom and them. Well, as soon as I colonize, I get the kids and I teach you certain shit. You don't know each other no more. Your ancestors knew each other because there was no borders in Africa, and Africans went all throughout Africa. So now I cut you off from other Africans. Now you don't know each other. And also, like I said, that leads to what happened with this Russian, not just a Russian guy, but they've been doing this. But you goopy African women, you worship these people. I said that should have been your first thing. It was got rid of back in 1960. When I said these things, people like first told Joe and K said, if I find out you've been with anybody white, because you don't understand the life and the hatred they have for us. You don't understand evil. Because so there's a whole network. It's not just that Russian guy. There's a whole network of white people coming to Africa. Same thing like the guys, just like they do in South Africa, to infect you with AIDS. So they found out they were doing it up in Senegal. They just arrested that guy. Oh, it's like 1,000 white men running around Africa because of your population. Okay. And we found the guy in France, the French guy doing it in Senegal is part of what their CIA. Okay. So this is diabolical. And it shows you women minds are fucked up. Your self-hate is crazy. As you'll just go with somebody you don't know and just sleep with them, and it is preposterous to me. It is crazy. So, buddy. That's why I said I do the test. You ain't gonna lie about it because you worship him. Oh, of course I have. I said, okay, thank you. Glad to know. Glad to know it.
But I'd say as much as I'd say it's not really about self-hate. It's lack of proper information.
It is self-hate. It is self-hate. It is self-hate. Is that true? It's self-hate too. It's not just that.
I don't know if
it's yes, it's self-hate.
Proper information of
proper information, Joe. But you know how you gonna just go lay with somebody you don't even fucking know because he's white? Because he's white. That's why you did it. That's why you did it. You're not going to lay with nobody black because you met them on the first date. You're just meeting people and they got you all. And the sad fact, African women, everybody pause this. You're trying to clean. You can't clean this up now because I've been saying this.
I'm not cleaning. I'm just trying to.
Everybody knows this. I told you. Everybody in Europe, they know this about you African. They know this is known. I said that. This is known. So you got whole groups where they're filming you and they're putting on Telegraph groups, getting paid to watch you do porno with strangers, and the comments are so filthy, so disgusting about you African women. It's so filthy what they think. It's so crazy what they think about what they saying in these groups about African women. African man, you're supposed to did something about this, but you're too weak. You're too weak.
I don't think you can just put African women on the same basket, like I said, because the same thing, Keith, you've said about Black American women. They are white.
They have them. Not as bad as the African woman, but the black. Yeah, that's just honest. I'm only got Joe. We call a spade a spade. The Black American woman, close. Yeah, close. Not as bad. Not as bad as the African woman's mind is so messed up with these white people. It's crazy. So, but yeah, does it happen on some level to Black women globally? Yes, but it'd be worse in Jamaica, Africa. I don't know so much about Brazil. Definitely. All these goopy Caribbean islands. Hell yeah. All these goopy Caribbean islands. Trinidad, Tobago, Barbados, Bermuda, Bahamas, Virgin Islands, definitely, because you are caught up in mind control with this goopy religion. That your goopy pastors ain't got you out. You see these white people, like we showed the white Jesus, all them people in Kenya. Oh, white Jesus! There was some homeless man. They pick up the streets in Florida.
Before I read this personally, I'll still stick to, okay, fine, self-hate, I'm going to add that as a bonus. But I go back to literally lack of information. And I want you look at it in literally the images we've been given again as Africans historically, how to view the white people. And then you look at also the design of how the system has actually been kept and on purpose for Black people to always remain being beggars. And that's why I'd say, because if everyone was employed, most of these women were earning good money or literally not coming from poverty. Because if you look at most of the people, again, not looking at it but in a very educative way, they're saying this is literally about poverty because most of the people and women are so unemployed. So you bump into a white man,
They ain't getting no
the
money.
first thing you think about, that's okay,
True.
yeah, you were not giving them money. Yeah,
True.
that's true. That's another thing. But you bump into a white man, you start thinking, I've hit a jackpot and
Okay.
this guy is gonna marry me. There's one of the ladies who was already telling that guy, I want you to take me to Russia for my birthday. Like the dream, literally, of wanting to go to.
Russian. I would please take me to another poor country because I don't know Russia's poor too, and they don't even like my ass. That's why he's doing it to you. They don't like you. They know you're stupid. That's why he's down there. See them still going to you black women go on them telegram space. Read it. They don't like you. You know you, and they call you stupid to your face. Call you poor black dumb prostitutes. They can do it when because you're white. We're white. You worship us. They know you do. I've been told you that. They know you worship them. They know it. And they're diabolical. That's the crazy thing. So it looks like with Joby's goopy grandma. I don't care if your grandma's stupid. Your grandma's a moron. That's just a fact. So you need to break these chains of your goopy parents and grandparents because they've taught you wrong. That's the problem. I get it. The government's not taught you, but you got the internet now. So I'm sorry. You can't be excused to some random goopy Russian dude. Probably ain't even bathed and washed his butthole. Come down sleeping with you. Probably stunk like high hell. That's another thing. Their hygienes. Whoa, wait. I said Joby a video and she looked at him with the white person being honest, talking about her father. How they don't bathe properly and she used to wash his underwear as a kid and had doo-doo all up in it. I knew she wasn't lying. She said, I don't want to wash my dad. Told her mama, I don't want to be responsible for washing daddy's drawers anymore because it got doo-doo in it. Yeah, you know what they asked. What? But I knew it. It was so funny when you hear them say it. But
That's
you
great.
don't even know none of this. Talking about her dad had doo-doo all his underwear because they don't believe in their hygiene is completely different. You in there, hey, that's why I said.
Yeah, but this article says Africans can travel to Europe, but not enough to travel. But not enough travel within Africa. And the question is why? Because you'll find people from Nairobi going to Dubai, which is like a norm. Johannesburg to London, which is aspirational. London to Lagos to New York, impressive. But Nairobi to Namibia or Accra to Zambia, it's actually a very rare case. And they say flights are expensive.
But I was, yeah, I was say, yeah, but hold on. But also they make flights expensive inside of Africa, so you can't do it. It's cheaper to fly to these other places outside of Africa. They want to make this. This is so diabolical. That's why you got to build this everything, and everything's based on race. It's nothing you should have been taught. To fly inside, everybody can't fly them inside of Africa because the cost don't make any sense. Because they made the price so high in Africa. And you can't even fly like a normal person in Africa because it's like Joey said, it's so expensive that don't make no sense. I can fly from California from Florida to California, which is 3,000 miles away. It's like flying from maybe Nairobi to Lagos.
How much
Cheaper,
is that?
huh?
How much is that?
Flying from Pensacola, it might be maybe about $250, but in Africa. $800, $700, $800, $900.
Mm-hmm.
So Africans don't have any jobs, they can't afford it. You regular person, they can't be like, what? How much is this ticket? How much is this ticket to go from Nairobi to Cape Town, South Africa? Is somebody smoking drugs?
I feel like actually by air it should be more cheaper, by road it should be more expensive. That's how it should be. It should be vice versa, because yeah, it should be vice versa. Because sometimes I always look at the cost also people pay just going to Mombasa. It's not making sense. It's literally, again, like you say, maybe 200 and depends with the type of, maybe, again, I don't know about, I think class or whatever, economy or whatever you're using. Could be, be using an economy seat, but still expensive.
It's going to be expensive in Africa, period, because, like I said, Africa hasn't built an economy. So, and that's another reason they do it. They do that because you haven't built an economy. It's based on racism. Also, you haven't built an economy. So they figure they're not going to have enough people to fill these seats because there's no regular jobs in Africa for the majority of people. So that's another reason why they do it. And then if you
Yeah.
ever know, and if you ever know it, you can look this up. This is true. They always have the most raggediest, oldest, shitty planes that they bring into Africa. It's always the old shit, the old raggedy shit they bring into Africa on purpose. They charge more for the oldest, raggediest planes than they use in America, Europe, or Asia because it's blatant disrespect and it's racism. Anybody flew to Africa, you'll know you flying always on coming from European America, you're always flying on some old shit, some old rat, some old one they older planes they use for Africa. So go ahead,
Yeah,
Jay.
but they're saying the flights are expensive, visas are
Yep,
complicated, routes are
yep.
not direct. Fair point, but we don't think that that's the whole story. Africa's tourism has historically been marketed to Europe.
Yeah.
Colonial travel routes shaped aspiration. Overseas, in quotes, feels prestigious. We don't always see Africa advertise advertised to Africans. Yet, Africa has world class beaches, safaris found nowhere else in the world, diverse world class cultures, world class food, and world class cities. If more Africans traveled within Africa, how much wealth would stay within the continent? Actually, a very good question. We think this conversation is deeper than travel, and of course, it is literally deeper than travel. It's deeper than that because we're looking at our economy, just like they questioned
Well, it's
how
up.
much
Hey,
wealth we.
you don't value anything African. And why you go to you don't value Africa. Everything African, your mind is low. Also, most of your tourism is controlled by you African. You didn't ever do that. You never got the white people out of your tourism when you got independence. White people control your African tourism. Kenya,
Mhm,
white people control it.
mhm,
Tanzania, white people control it. As William said, I knew that already. South Africa, white people. You don't control your tourism dollars. That's why it's advertised to white people to come in. You don't control none of it. You never took none of back these industries. So they control. They make the money off of it. But you go. That's why you got. That's why white people built that resort in Marsai Mara in Kenya. Didn't care about the animals because they control your tourism dollars, not you. Who would have the right to come and build some tourist attraction right in the middle of something that's sacred to African people if you controlled it? Nobody, because you don't control nothing, because you don't fight for nothing. So you learn to fight. I mean, fight, not protest in the streets. You're going to do some fighting, Africa, to get Africa back. You control nothing. That's why. That's why you got these goofy borders up. You know these borders don't work for African people. They don't work. So why have you torn them down? Because who you never put them there? Oh, the white man back 150 years ago in Berlin sat around a table and said, "Yep, we're gonna put this border there. That's gonna be shit I'm stealing from. You're gonna border this. That's be the shit I'm stealing from, and you're gonna steal from here. You're gonna steal from there. We're gonna steal from there, and these niggas get to talking. We put a bullet in their head. Okay, we'll come in with the fake Jesus. We gotta fuck their heads up with the fake gods. So we'll do that.
But as we literally look at, if you look at that article, and now as you get into the Russia man situation, Ghana was one of them among the countries. I think it's been Kenya and Ghana, which have been the
Yeah.
two trending countries where the women were, easy to, But shout out to some Ghanaian women. Actually, they said no. They were like, nah, we don't do this. Shout out to some. Literally, people are. I think it's just one in
Because
Kenya.
they're saying it now because it's
Mhm.
rare for them doing it in Ghana. They always do it in Kenya. Kenya's known for this. So Ghana's like, what the? It's just the truth, yo. Sorry. And it's, what the hell is this? But they know you got African, you can do this anywhere. But usually it's been done in Kenya because Kenyan women are known for this. Sadly enough, that's what they're known for. So this is just a fact. Sorry. Just keep it, call a spade a spade. Um, so but I've been said he's able to do it any parts of Africa. So you got the ring up in Senegal with them sleep with young boys, infecting boys. The whole thing is to sleep with. Why you think? Because didn't this happen? Couple. Joby showed it. It was Katie showed it when they had the other white dude from England. We had AIDS running around African women, getting them AIDS, and one was married, and the guy found out it was his fiance or his wife or something. This is known. So you know this just happened 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and you still if the people ain't so these white people and white men in Europe ain't talking. Russians love me. Russia, come help me, Russia. They're not your friends, morons. Okay? They see you as backward and stupid. We're gonna keep it honest. In the African, you're gonna have to learn to. You're going to be brutally honest with you for to grow up. A lot of Africans, you a childlike in the mind. You're gonna have to start growing up to the world. Nobody can keep placating you and pretending with you not to hurt your feelings. This is a problem. This is a problem. It's what they've done in South Africa with the damn white coats coming in. I'm coming to help you in your mind. You don't know that you have enemies on the planet. And like I said, your goopy pastors have been part of this problem with these white Jesuses. That's why I showed a couple of years, 3 years ago, with the white Jesus in the street with Joby and them in Kenya. They took some homeless dude from Florida, from this state, shipped him to Kenya, and got right. Because the Lord is Jesus.
It's crazy. It's really crazy. But I also feel, what was I to say? There's a point I wanted to say, but if it comes back, I'm going to share it. But Ghana is one among the countries, of course, apart from Kenya, it has not reacted to it.
I think they're gonna get him back because he was arrested. He was arrested trying to do that shit in Asia.
Yeah.
Asia.
That was, I think, in Korea. It was arrested.
South Korea. Yeah. They're not gonna allow you to do that there. Africa, so you don't have no strong institutions. So the people come in, you're defenseless because your governments don't give a fuck. And they worship white people. So this says you don't know nothing, you're put at risk. But as an African man, you shouldn't wait on the government. You seen this thing. I don't know if the guy he probably did when the guy was spitting on the cop because they arrested him because he beat up on some black woman in Mombasa. We beat her ass. Did he go to jail? No.
Sadly, most of the men were saying that if this was an African man, he would be arrested. Actually, but it's crazy because it's a white man that these people are just letting him do anything he wants. But Ghana says it plans to seek the extradition of a Russian national accused of secretly filming intimate encounters with several women and posting the footage online without their permission. The man, described in African and Russian media as a self-proclaimed pickup artist and blogger.
Not even that. He has AIDS, HIV. So one lady found out when she slept with him, she went and got tested in Ghana, found out she's got AIDS, and she killed herself.
Yep. I was about to share that exactly. So he's actually in his 30s and alleged to have traveled to Ghana and recorded his interactions with women using the concealed equipment. And some reports claim he used camera-fitted glasses. Of course, we saw that and all that. But we're gonna see what Ghana does about that, if they're really gonna hold accountability. Explaining how over 200.
It's more than that. That is what he knows. More than that. And then they take it back to Russia, and he makes money. They put in these private telegraph spaces, and they make money up them slapping your booty, going, "Hey, Nick, look how easy it is to fuck these black bitches." This is what you call. Okay, so we're gonna be honest. Shame the devil. Sorry. Say, look, he put my dick in this black bitch's ass. That's what he's saying in Telegram. It's the most disrespectful, heinous shit. Go ahead, Joe.
Damn.
I really should have minded my business and not looked into this, but I did. I went down that rabbit hole, and now I wish I never did. But the shit that I've learned is fucking insane. So apparently, on average, there average around 200 to 300 European men on average who do this for a living. They travel Africa and pick up as many girls as possible, record it, and they sell it to Europeans. Apparently, it's generally, primarily, mostly in East Africa. It's usually South Africa, Kenya.
Exactly. They usually go to East Africa. Now they're starting to go to West Africa. Like I just said, he got that right. That's why I say Kenya's known for this. This is known. Go to Kenya, pick up these goopy black bitches. That's why we seen shout out to my old employee Ruth. They know this. That's why she's out there with her butt cheeks out everywhere with white men. This is known. Sorry, this is known. Go ahead, Joe.
All these places, but this guy decided to come to Ghana. West Africa is not used. I'm kidding. I'm not trying to belittle or throw East Africans under the bus. It's just they're used to, this is normalized around there apparently. This guy came to Ghana, which is not normalized in West Africa, and he did it. That's why the lid has been blown open. But apparently there's at least 200 European men right now, all of them Telegram channels. Most of their clientele come from the UK, which, here's a funny thing, the UK actually is the second highest country to pay for live stream torture and abuse. So European men know how much our women, African women, black women in general, all black women, ain't no African, all black women, when they see them as gods. So they use that opportunity to use these women and do whatever the
they said Nigerian dude. That's right. Black women see these people as gods. That's why your goopy religion is dangerous. Your goopy religion is dangerous. And that's what I'm talking about, Irriton goopy ass. Your goopy religion is dangerous because you're fucked up in the head. You see them as a god. And that's so dangerous. Now it's got your life in risk because you think you've been raised with all kind of fucking nonsense in your fucking head. And somebody tells you these people are your enemy. Oh, what do you mean? Ain't they like a gene to me? No, go pick up a book, moron, and see your interaction to them, to you. They'll do anything to destroy your stupid ass. But you'll be an irritant. Not all of them are bad. They are all of them. Go ahead, Joe. This shit pissed me off again. It's so rough.
The fuck they want with them. Married, it doesn't matter. But right. So apparently, it's a thing. Ghanaian guy the Russian guy fucked up by going to Ghana. Apparently I've looked this up. I'm kidding you. I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus. It is common in East Africa.
That's why, exactly.
So this one fucked up and came to.
That's why it's only been viral now. Kenya, this been normal. It's been happening. Like, where is the white man?
Personally, it's quite shocking to me because when you say it happens in Kenya, I've known in Mombasa to be specific because Mombasa, I've been there, seen
Mombasa,
it.
Yes, I don't mean Mombasa, but out of that, Mombasa. I'm gonna get you guys. I'll get you guys to go to Zanzibar. It's sickening in Zanzibar. I'm gonna be honest. Here. Zanzibar, it's in your face. So I'm sure it's in your face too. I ain't been Mombasa maybe 2 times. I've been to Zanzibar a lot. Zanzibar, it's in your face. You know what's going on. It's in your face. It ain't nobody done nothing. The African men so weak. You looking around, you're like, I know what I'm looking at when I see it. I'm like motherfucker, look at this shit here, boy. This shit is fucking crazy. Look at this shit here. I know what I'm looking at when I'm looking at it. So Zanzibar, it is crazy.
Yeah, even in Tanzania, because I remember there's a couple.
Tanzania, so exactly on the beach area, it's crazy.
Yeah, the beach area.
West Africa, and it's not common there, and that's how his ship blew up. I really should have minded.
Yeah, so this is so crazy. So we had one of the Kenyan ladies who discovered she had HIV from the Russian guy, and she analyzed that.
No, it was a Kenyan girl did it too. I know a Ghanaian girl did it.
No, there's a Kenyan girl. I think they confused the two. I don't know about Ghanaian. I know about the Kenyan.
No, it's a Ghanaian girl did too. So both. Wow. Yeah. So hey.
And according to actually the numbers of the videos he recorded in Kenya, there are 423. So you can imagine 423 women have actually been affected by HIV and AIDS.
Exactly. So they're gonna sleep with some man not knowing, and you black men. I told you in Kenya, there you go. You ask these broads. Have you been with a white man? Oh, of course, because their mind is a flex for them. You turn around and you walk away. That's your thing. Hey, okay, your coochie's retroactive. I gotta go. Good luck to you.
Of silence to our fallen soldier. We have lost one of ours because of our not being there.
Yeah, because your mind's fucked up. Be honest, exactly.
Sasa Jumrashi amepita na nyinyi, saizi mnaanza ukishajipima unaenda unameza sumu. That is not.
She's telling actually the ladies to solve the
kid. And then look how goopy. Look how ugly and goopy this like. Look how unattractive and goopy this motherfucker is. Now look at this. It'd be the ugliest white man. This shit be crazy to me. You know you messed up in the head. Look at this. Look at this Delbert. Look at ass white man like Delbert. The damn comic book. He looks like Delbert. And look, this is absolute. You know you mess. This dude is unattractive. This is Delbert. Look how goopy his body is. It ain't in shape. This is Delbert here. But he got this, and the fact, and you've been so much like talk, you don't know this skin here is recessive. All this means it's not superior. This skin this lady has is superior. This is how badly your mind has been effed up. This lady's skin and hair is superior. His is recessive. It's less than yours. But you've been taught this is more. I want my mixed kid. No, this is how bad Africans. This has not been overturned in Africa. Look at this Delbert looking dude. Not even good looking. This is crazy. Looks like Delbert. Hold on, Joby. Keep that open, Joby. Go to Google and say images of Delbert. 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 Images of Delbert. He looks like Delbert. This dude here. And that's what I said. You don't have to look. You be like the ugly dude. It's like the ugly English dude 3 years ago came in. He's putting it on Pornhub. No images of the cartoon. No images of the cartoon.
Oh.
Cartoon character. Images of the cartoon character Delbert. Yeah. That's
shit.
That's Delbert.
Oh my goodness. Okay, didn't see that coming. That's funny. Oh my god.
Yeah,
just blunt existing, literally.
This Delbert. And remember, the guy who did Delbert just died. He was a crazy racist towards black people. Remember, because he just died. Remember the guy who created Delbert? He just died like last month. Or not even, probably early this. Yeah, I died late last month or early this month. He just died. And was racist as shit. This is Delbert.
That's crazy. But yeah, so we're gonna see
that's crazy. Go back.
what the Kenyan government is gonna do after that. But still more on that, literally. There's been still the same guy is talking about also there is another app that they've just discovered that actually has been used for buying and selling African slaves that is in the Middle East. So as much as we're seeing them coming to now affect our women with HIV and AIDS, we have them actually now selling, let alone our presidents even preaching you go need to work there. There's an app for buying and selling African for slaves that is in the Middle East.
Oh, just slavery. That's what I told you about Lynn Googie and our Arab brothers. Oh, that old shit she talking about, that Algerian dude. Oh, and our Arab brothers, and we need to stop. And these people are your enemy. See how she talking about? Go ahead.
To buy a domestic worker in Kuwait.
Ready?
Yes. An app called For Sale is used to buy and sell domestic workers alongside cars and TVs.
And the African government don't think they don't know this shit. No way you don't know this. If somebody survived and came back and told you, you don't care about your own people. Go ahead, Joey.
The BBC team spoke to 57 users of For Sale who were selling their domestic workers online for thousands of pounds.
Wow.
Most women had no knowledge they were being advertised online and then sold. A new ad appears on For Sale. An African domestic worker for $3,800 US.
الو مرحبا كيفك عم بتصل فيك بخصوص العملة
It's nothing, but they work, but you said you sell them to the other Arab. Because remember, when you're in these Arab countries, they got your passport. You see, the African countries are so weak, they won't say nothing about the Arab because they're weak. They got no real military. The African man's a sucker. He's known as a sucker. So now your women are in danger because you're African man. We're gonna go to the root. Okay, we're not gonna shame the devil. We're gonna be honest. African man is a punk. He's weak. So that's why they can do this to African. That's why you only do it to African women. You will never see no Caucasian woman done this because they know white man is going to war over his woman. He's going to war with your ass. You'll never see the Caucasian woman being traded like this in the open. Not in no Arab country. They're going to tell you better be stopped. It better be stopped now or we're going to blow these Arab countries off the map. That's what they're going to tell you. These Arab countries would not exist. We're going to blow your ass off the map. Africans, it's the African woman's fault, and we just suckers. And look at me, I'm a 70, and I'm Captain Crunch, and I'm all these weak ass leaders. That's what you're gonna get. A bunch of mumble mouth fucking cowardly morons.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I'm in the comment section. Someone says most Africans are not aware that the Arabs were the ones who started the slave trade over 1,200 years ago, and later taught the business to the Europeans. Someone also says Africa will never be free. Africans will never be free until we know and realize our self-worth. Someone also says nothing baffles me anymore. We only learned how to modernize old practice. Slavery never stopped. It's still thriving until this day. Someone also says that. And someone also says someone will tell you it's employment abroad only to go and you become a worker who can't quit or even return back home. Yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy. I feel like at this point, like you said, we are very much exposed to the internet, and we should be aware of these kind of things that are happening at this particular point. We should know.
But you always said, Joby, you can't tell nobody when you go to, hey, you shouldn't go to Dubai. Say, hey, don't worry about me. I'm going to Dubai and Abu Dhabi and Qatar. It's going to be opportunity for me.
That's for sure. You can't. Personally, I've seen it. I've said I talk about something I've experienced a couple of times. You walk in a mall, you bump into a fellow lady, black lady like you. Even in Tanzania, it was just a good experience. You see that lady just literally, the husband is talking crazy to the cashier, and she's not doing her job. You're just there standing. She doesn't even understand probably English. You're supposed to be actually helping make the things easy for other people to be attended to, but you're just standing there.
That's a white man.
You bump into a black lady because she has a white man. She's looking at you crazy. You're like, what the? For what? I've seen, even right here, there's a time I think I was crossing, there was traffic. Then this lady literally took down, she pressed down her window to just size me because she thought the white guy was looking at me. I'm like, bruv, I'm not even interested. I'm not even there. I didn't even see it until you opened that window. Like, I don't get. You can't tell them anything, and that's the saddest part too. You can't educate such a mind.
You can't educate it. You're going to get the children. Your government's going to be overthrown. You're going to get the children and teach the children the actual truth about who these people are. Who these people are to you. You got to give it all your fake curriculums. But see, you got too many of you goopy Allah loving niggas and too many of you Jesus loving niggas. You're dangerous. You took religions of your enemies. Okay.
I'd say also our system needs to be very much regulated. Like I've said before, personally, a couple of times, these people should be questioned thoroughly the same way I've seen personally being questioned thoroughly about just going to an African country. How many days are you staying here? What are you going to do? Who are you going to visit? So you can be monitored, and literally there's something to follow up if we start a case today.
You can only do that when you have dignity, Joby, have self-worth. You don't do that when you don't have any dignity. And you're like, oh, he's coming. Oh, white man, come on in. Come on. Do you know Allah? Do you know Jesus? Oh, come in and do whatever the fuck you want to do in my country. Okay. Do you want my butthole on a platter? I'll give that to you too.
It's crazy. But as we continue, we also have another video from Dr. Mumbi I'd love to share. This is about the conversation we were having last week about Belinda and Gates Foundation refusing that they have not and they don't have any GM lab in Kenya. Recently, many Kenyans have been complaining, including myself. There is literally unnecessary mosquitoes, especially at night. Like, I'm not leaving any window open. None of my doors are literally stay open. You wonder where the mosquitoes coming from. They're so big, like super big. So apparently, the Foundation donated 200 million dollars. Yeah, that is 26 billion Kenyan shillings to the Ministry of Health. This is days after denying claims that they did not release any GMO mosquitoes in Nairobi. And I think, remember also, this could also, I think, be pushed further with the, I think apart from just having the High Court refusing our health data being given, I feel like this could also be linked.
Of course it's linked. You create all this stuff. The guys went around giving you AIDS. All this stuff is linked about what? It's linked to you.
Population.
Remember? Yes, right. Everybody else is what? Are dying out. Europeans are dying out. Asians are dying out. Yeah, everything they done to the African with AIDS, but since you got the strongest genetics, you're now coming back to what? To where you've always been, the majority. Well, super. You're already the majority on the planet. Now you come back to the super majority, right? And they don't want, and then that's what scares them. They already know you already hate each other because they did that. They're scared you're going to unite and actually lose it now for your power. Okay, so now they know about 2050, and then they're 2050, then 2070. It's going to be the black population on this planet is going to be overwhelmingly black. So they know who's going to dominate the planet. Black people, period. Black people go from the bottom to the top. Nothing going to stop that. So that's why they run around talking about they need to help you with your health care. People run around with AIDS and shit and all through. Yeah. This is connect the dots. Yeah.
Family. Just a couple days after I told you guys about how the Gates Foundation was forced in a very rare move to deny claims by Kenyans that they had actually unleashed GMO mosquitoes in Nairobi after a very popular politician / lawyer or whatever tweeted about it, accusing Bill Gates of unleashing, because there's been this crazy mosquito kind of epidemic going on, not even just in Nairobi, but even in Mombasa. They've been vicious. But anyway, how does the Gates Foundation now all of a sudden donate $200 million to Kenya's Ministry of Health? To help women and obstetric care and abortions and contraceptions and all this stuff?
And I'd say this is how we understand we don't really have, again, like you say, the really real working institutions, because we've had these cases for like many times. It repeats itself, keeps appearing. Same accusations, so-called allegations, conspiracy theories, they keep popping from different African countries. The same case literally happened in Nigeria, where we had sterilization linked back to Kenya, several African countries actually. We've had, again, many funded VSCCINEs that have been linked back to still the same people, Gates Foundation, Melinda Foundation, and there's nothing that has happened. The fact that we really don't have proper working institutions, this proves that it will never stop and it will continue happening until we have people like Ibrahim Traore who are going to stand up and say we're no longer going to be working with organizations like the WHO, which is the biggest of all, which is actually backing all this.
The WHO is private, guys. See, another thing, the WHO is not government. It's private by these Europeans. Look it up. So the people that came in, killed, robbed, beat, murdered you are now going to talk about they're the ones to give you health. What? Are you fucking insane?
It's crazy. Someone said that comment on this video, sorry. Colonizers are doing their colonizing thing in Africa, always using Africa again as a testing ground for their biological warfare. Someone also says our women should avoid the contraceptives. Someone says, what do this GMO mosquito carry? I think it's further explained when you look at the videos. And yes, literally comments talking about how people should be aware about what is currently happening in the decisions you're going to be making when it comes to your health. Moving on, we also have the African Union, which is talking about recognizing slavery and genocide as a bad thing. And I think this
they're late with that. They're trying to get some money, but you can't get no money from
Trump
people in the diaspora. You had nothing to do with it. You never fought against no slavery. Now you talk about we're gonna fight. No, you never fought against it. And even the Caribbeans will tell you, don't put our names in your mouth. American blacks already told you, you got nothing to do with our damn reparations. You never done shit. We're not giving no money to you people. You think you're gonna put the same shit you do in Africa? You're gonna steal the money that belongs to us and put it in your pocket? We tell you now, we're not gonna allow that. That's not gonna happen. So so don't put us in your reparations claim, because you ain't got shit to do with us. You never represented no black Americans ever in your goopy AU. It ain't funny. Who was not allowed to be there? The Sahel states. They talk about that because this is phony. This organization is phony. It's European control. And shout out to Kagame. That now your European masters have now put you on the sideline, Kagame. They said they're already talking about in the background about overthrowing your dumb ass. Ain't it funny? They're telling you now they're putting sanctions on. You already know when they white people they're putting sanctions on Rwanda. See, you ain't it funny? You Negroes always play ball with your masters. Now understand eventually they always come back and break their tools. So Kagame, they already told you we're gonna put sanctions on Rwanda, and we might have to do regime change. They're gonna get you out the paint, Kagame, because now you no longer benefit them. Because they already got Shikedi giving them the resources they want in the Congo. You're no longer needed. And since we're 70s old, I'm gonna come knock on his door. They're not gonna let Captain Crunch take over Uganda because he's a moron. You know, his daddy's an idiot too, but not as much as he is. He believes he's a real old general who never fought any real wars. Captain Crunch. So that's what happened. So Kagame, you're looking crazy with all your speeches and you people don't talk. They already told you we're gonna sanction you. When they sanction you, it means they're coming eventually bring the jackals. Somebody you're gonna slip and fall in the bathroom, and somebody you're gonna have a bullet in your head. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, but let me share what is happening and what
African leaders meeting at.
Actually, this is not the first time I think they're doing this. This is actually, I think, the second time I'm reporting about the same similar them recognizing, and yet nothing happens. Can you start with the Africa itself? Start by again, getting rid of this. Why people are coming to repeat the same incidents in our very goddamn faces? Can we address the Chinese, these Russian men beating our men or women like it ain't?
Because this organization is in Ethiopia who say they're not Africans. Mm-hmm. This thing was founded and funded by Europeans. So no, they can't do nothing. This is a fake, like I said, just like the fake NAACP that they built in America, saying this is a black institution when nobody black built it. They got black people looking at the NAACP. You took see our grandparents were stupid. It's like all black grandparents and great grandparents were dumb. Not all of them, because you had some that knew that fake NAACP said was for black people in America. Go back and look. Yet Ida B. Wells said, nah. The woman said, nah, this is fake. It's a fake organization. I won't join it. But it's Black History Month, right? But all our fake Black History Month, it tells you to worship the NAACP, who have nothing to do with black people. And it was not founded for black people. It was not to benefit black people. You've been giving nothing but propaganda. It was created by the cats with these hats. Just like this shit was created by the cats with the hats. This bullshit here. This shit here. Because all these European countries here who created this shit are controlled by the cats. Okay? That's a fact. So this is not an African organization. Only a name. This doesn't benefit no Africans. About everything they talk about, they want to colonize you. They don't help any African people do shit. Shit never changes because this crap was built for image, not for results. This is another failed fake institution. It's fake. You would never put no real African Union in no fucking Ethiopia, first of all, ever. See, the African would know that because these Ethiopians work against you as African people. So why would you build it there? If you wanted to build an African Union, you put that bitch in the Congo. That would force you now to fix the Congo. That would force you to do that because you put your African Union there, not no Ethiopia, who's like Somalia, who say they're not even Africans. Sense does that even make? Go ahead, bro.
2-day summit in Addis Ababa have adopted a resolution that describes slavery, deportation, and colonization as genocide.
And also understand this when you go back and research. A lot of these moronic families that now got power in Africa, they were behind the slave trade. They were collaborating with the white man and the Arabs. You got whole families in Kenya who have never been dealt with, who were having slaves go to goddamn India and the Middle East, who are in Kenya today, who are in Nigeria today, have never been dealt with. And they're talking about some reparations. Go back and trace their family. Go back and trace Tinubu's family. I already traced it. His whole family was knee deep in the slave trade. Selling off African people to white people and Arabs. These are facts. These are filthy. Because Africa never takes accountability. These people that you talking about, they're now leaders, a lot of them were in the slave trade. A lot of them helped the Europeans and the Arabs, take African people into slavery. That's not even addressed.
So just like maybe John Mosquito will call it, this is bullocks, and they're not gonna do anything about it, you know. Yeah, but on the other end, we also have South Africa. Moni is coming from South Africa, which has started an extensive vaccine campaign against the cattle. Of course, I think this is the same situation we had in
Kenya.
that is in
Exactly.
2024.
Because what you eat, what you put in the animal, you consume because you eat the animal.
Exactly.
1 doses, and then another. South Africa has launched a mass vaccination campaign for its cattle in the face of a foot and mouth disease outbreak that's gripping the entire country. The disease is not usually deadly, but it weakens the herds.
Usually you see the wounds, very fresh wounds, bleeding sores.
The question is, what's the origin? How did it start? Not that you see his wound, where did it start from? So let's see, African people never want to, where did it start from? And I bet this is diabolical. I bet this is not accidental. I bet this is diabolical shit. Where did it start from? All of a sudden, these animals got hoof and mouth disease. Where did it start from? Don't tell me what they got. Where did it start from? And I bet it's going to be some diabolical, you know what shit. Go ahead, Joe.
And they salivate a lot because the lesions are in the mouth, and followed by in the foot.
Where did it start?
Between the foot in there, that's where you find lesions also. So many of them, you see them struggling to walk because of the pain coming from the foot there. Those are the primary points.
That's not natural. Personally, I've grown up taking care of cows. I've grown up taking care of cows, and a cow actually is one of the rarest to get sick animal. Literally, a cow, a goat, those are one of the rarest. It's not like a chicken, you know. A cow, a cow is very, very rare to get sick, and even a goat or even sheep. And if they get sick, it has to lead to death, and which is a death where you can still eat that meat.
Exactly right, Jibba Jabba. Where the cows came from, who infected them, what's the big? He don't tell me what it is. Okay, we know common sense, like Joe, we see critical thinking. Okay, all these cows now got this outbreak in South Africa. Okay, let's go where it starts from and where is it coming from, so we can stop it at the source. Not giving them vaccines and we can fix it. Let's go. If we want to fix the problem, we got to go back to the source. Where did it start from? Are these cattle indigenous to South Africa, or did you ship them in from another country?
I think they're being shipped because let me check. They're being shipped. There's a time I think we had that discussion. Just a minute, let me confirm. This was, I think, in 2024, and bunch of them even died along the way. Bunch of them. That was in February 2024. A livestock ship, the Al Kuwait, which was carrying 19,000 cattle from Brazil to Iraq, docked in Cape Town, South Africa, to reload feed, causing unimaginable stench across the city. Inspectors from the National Council of Societies for the Prevention of Cruelty of Animals found appalling conditions, with cows covered with waste, sick and dead animals on board. Yeah, I remember I reported that on. So some of them are being shipped, or most of them.
So they come from Brazil. They're being put in appalling conditions because, once again, they're trying to make money. Don't matter. They don't care if it's going to the African market. These are niggas. Fuck them. So it means they're not. So the cattle are not taken care of properly. They've been crammed and not treated properly. So, go to the African market. Fuck these niggas. Fuck them.
And this is so sad. Again, we're talking about the pop, literally the pop, because shared of this lady from TikTok who talks about health a lot of times, educating us from Kenya about these people's agenda and all that. She talked about literally when you consume this meat or the milk from the cow that has already been injected this VCIN is how it reacts to your body. As a child, as a pregnant woman, it has effects literally, and it's
Shout out to shout out to Joby's what Joby used to look at back in the day. Shout out to Joby's YouTube I don't call it a crush, but who she looked at. Shout out to Miss Trudy giving birth to her baby. You see, that makes me sad because they brought their ass to the United States. They had it. I knew they was in Georgia. I seen when they came and had the baby 7 days ago. I said, this is Atlanta. Like because I've been everywhere, so I know the skyline. I said, this is not no Africa. So I'm looking at them driving to the hospital and stuff. I said, this goddamn Atlanta. And I knew I was right. So they didn't even have a baby. They came to America to have a baby. But they didn't have it in Ghana or Kenya. They came to Atlanta to have that baby.
Hey, so it can be American,
Exactly. But exactly. But Trump said no more birthright citizenship. He's getting rid of that. They tried to get we love Africa, Ghana, and Kenya. They know they had a baby in America. It becomes an American. But Trump said, I'm getting rid of that shit. You ain't
crazy.
You ain't flying to America to have your baby.
We gotta change our mentalities. I mean, we have amazing hospitals in Africa too. Come on,
you do. They can that's exactly right. They can give birth. So exactly right. So why would you fly all the way to America to have your baby? Because you two morons trying to get American citizenship for that baby. Because you have a baby in America, they get birthright citizenship, and that's what you're doing.
The American dream still lives on majority of the Africans'
minds. I know exactly. I know it's talking about that Africa shit, and you took your baby to be born here.
That's crazy. But on the last conversation and video of today, we have yesterday's incident. And now we're trying to look back at what Ruto said and what happened yesterday. There's several number of people have been confirmed dead from yesterday's incident, been shot by police.
What happened?
That's what I'm trying to explain. So last week we had Ruto saying that he's going to ensure the family members and that the people who are shot have gotten justice and the family members are compensated. This is from the 2024 demonstration. Now, this is happening, of course, because we're headed towards election next year. Campaign season is almost kicking in. We've already seen people being bribed with our very own money that has been stolen.
He's going to investigate it. He's going to investigate himself for killing people. This is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, so after he said that, many people, of course, started questioning. That's why we have the hashtag currently, which is called Kumbuka, which is remember. Remember that Ruto did this. Remember, he called people terrorists. Remember, we had this number of people who died. We had kidnappings. Remember, we have taxes, which are still, they've been hiked up despite people dying and demonstrated about it. They still passed the bills and they're still doing the most and ensuring the lives of Kenyans are literally on a hand, people are living on a hand-to-mouth situation. Now, yesterday, this is after Raila Odinga died. There's been issues with the ODM party, which is our biggest opposition leader. I'd say party, right? Because Raila is no longer there. So there has been there's been issues of who is going to take control as the leader, which they chose the brother. Of course, Ruto worked his things very quickly with a few people. They hijacked the whole party, and by him actually taking majority of the people from that party to be on his side, including actually Raila's brother, one of the youngest brother or big brother, and the sister. The daughter literally stood up by claiming they're still ODM, but not with how Ruto is working. They consider themselves different from what Ruto is trying to do. So on Friday or Thursday last week, which caused, of course, also all this that is happening, we had Ruto completely removing one of the, that is actually the chairperson of ODM from that position and installing someone else who's a lady because she's now currently working with Ruto. So what has happened is that the guy came out, his name is Sifuna, actually I've shared a couple of videos of him always standing up with Kenyans and what Kenyans deserve. But as much as we know, oppositions again are paid actors, still I'll give him the credit. So we've had people, of course, saying that he should not have been removed as the chairperson, and people are standing up with him actually as a matter of fact, and they want Ruto gone. So this is the incident that took place yesterday because he's launching himself officially as I'd say as an opposition or as his own party, and is being backed up by Raila's daughter, which is of course making some Kenyans and majority of the Kenyans happy, looking at still the influence Raila had and still has, or the family, and literally because people turned up in numbers. This is not AI. Just like we'd have Ruto's people say AI videos. This is not AI. We had massive, crazy numbers yesterday. Kitengela is actually just a little bit a distance from here. I'd say from Rongai. I don't know. Sure, I think so. Yeah, a distance from here. But yeah, people turned out in numbers and ended up.
Kitengela. Where was that?
Kitengela. It's called Kitengela. Yeah.
Yes, it's not far. I know. I know. Oh, I know that. Yeah. It's a suburb of Nairobi, by about 20 miles outside the city.
Yeah, so this is what happened yesterday. The number of the people who were shot dead, not confirmed, but it was ended up being very chaotic.
This is why President Ruto is furious with the Sifuna-led brigade after the Kitengela rally.
Munaniona vizuri kwa maombi yenu, kwa mapenzi ya Mwenyezi Mungu.
How were they cracking? You said they defied crackdown. What was the crackdown? They weren't allowed to come out, or what is the crackdown?
So people turned out in numbers, and Ruto being Ruto, he doesn't want to see this because again, we're talking about people who have massive influence. He's been doing this. You can remember the incident with Gashagwa at the church. He literally, so many people were left injured, including children, and now this is actually, it was just an unorganized, I'd say, just a campaign going on where this guy announced I'm gonna be here.
So it's an organized protest. I mean, a protest, organized gathering to go against Ruto. Say we don't want him gone. Exactly. That's legal. That's legal. That's supposed to be legal under the Kenyan Constitution.
So people turned out in crazy numbers. I don't think even this is giving enough justice.
Yeah, so this how you know he's unpopular. No way he could win. So they're gonna steal the. He can't. He's unliked. So there's no way he could win any election. He's unliked. So they're gonna.
See, Africans have long warned that you can't stop diarrhea by stitching the anus. Yet, that's often how Ruto's loyalists respond to criticism through expulsion.
I've never heard that say you can't stop diarrhea by stitching the anus. That's crazy.
Party purges and a heavy police crackdown, hoping the noise will simply die down. Instead, it returns louder, messier, and impossible to ignore.
People power! Our power! People power! Our power!
Tribal event. Hopefully there are a bunch of different tribes in. Hopefully it's not true.
Of course. Kitengela would say it's like Rongai. I love Rongai because we live bunch of tribes here. And I'd say the first time I moved here, it was actually towards election in 2022 when Ruto was becoming a president. And I was so scared. And my caretaker was telling me, nah, actually this is the less chaotic place for you to be scared and watch and see. And actually I've seen it, literally. I've seen it. Even every time we have as much as protests there, some people might be shot. It's not really that chaotic like you'd see in other places or other places of the country.
On February 15th, Kitengela provided the evidence. Babu Owino, Edwin Sifuna, James Orengo, and a band of ODM rebels rolled into town for another Linda Mwananchi rally, fresh from a successful outing in Busia.
Probably gonna kidnap your ass.
That's one of our biggest Kenyan artists. So
Ladies, okay, you Russian men, watch out.
he can't make it here. He won't make it here. They're gonna first steal his phone, steal those glasses, literally everything.
Kitengela didn't just welcome them, it practically stopped breathing to stare. To say they brought the town to
doesn't want to see that. He doesn't see you have influence. He doesn't want to see this. Everyone or anyone who's actually saying or
it proves that he's not loved in the country. You can't, you know, see, unlike Museveni, he can say crazy things because Ugandans are cowards. They won't come out and do none of that. Oh, listen, Ugandans, price of freedom is death. So you're going to die. Okay, you have to understand. Oh no, we gotta go bring the Jesus in the church. Well, shit ain't gonna change that.
Standstill is an understatement. They effectively froze the local economy as the Kitengela Namanga Road surrendered to the mammoth crowd, while Sifuna's motorcade
that's a real tragedy. You've been that shit out.
Concrete dose of steroids. To many in that sea of faces, it looked like the Baba spirit had been reincarnated into the young lawmakers.
Wacha niwaambie jambo tatu peke yake. Kila siku wanatuambia ya kwamba hawataki maandamano. Niwaulize vijana, nini ilitoa wazungu Kenya?
Exactly. So he's asking how to make a change, you must become like the Mau Mau. Literally, the president saying
that's why you're not taught the Mau Mau. Exactly. You must become like the Mau Mau. If you guys don't know, the Mau Mau were vicious with the with the Kenyan, the Kenyan coons. Mau Mau wiped your ass out.
Actually, the last leader of the Mau Mau just died. That was last week. We have literally some mourners who attended the funeral of the last leader of the Kenya Mau Mau resistant movement in Ngorika, that is near Abadera Mountains. His name is Christopher Njora Munyoro. He died at the age of 106 years, still carrying the 3 bullets in his body from his time as a rebel against the British in the 1950s. So
against the British, that was brutal, guys. And so he never taught that really in the real history of the Mama in Kenya, because you're supposed to be docile. You're supposed to know it was vicious. Mama would kill. Mama said we got to kill. It's just the same way Angola did. Mama said we got to kill the white man, white woman, and the white babies. You never taught that. That's real.
Yeah, so he's saying if you need change, you must become Mau Mau. You can't be told don't demonstrate and you obey.
Nini ilileta multipartyism? Nini ilitupatia katiba mpya?
This is what the fall of colonialism looks like, guys. These puppets are trying to hold on Africa for the white masters. And the sad fact, the youth, the babies are waking up. You know, we're not gonna be impoverished and listen to morons say that they're president and everybody knows the country doesn't even like his ass.
Delicate time for the ODM old guard. The party has recently been busy with a Soviet-style internal the ODM old guard.
This is Raila's brother, who's very old, actually very, very, very old. And first he was chosen.
He looks very old too.
He was chosen with a very big balloon stomach. He was chosen as the ODM party leader. Not really yet confirmed, but holding that position before they decide and announce who is actually the top leader of that opposition party. So people of course started complaining the moment they installed him. The youth were like, why is it
his brother? Exactly. Why is his brother and why is he old? Exactly. This is nepotism. This is fake. Who gave him authority? So this is them passing it like a kingship down to this nigga. Who the fuck is he? Because he's his brother. Why the fuck should he be the goddamn in charge? He's always old.
Nobody even knew him until Raila died. Literally.
So you know this is installed. That's how you know the white man's installed him. Okay, your opposition parties all fake. That's why nobody even knew this dude. How's he now the opposition leader? No one chose this nigga.
The party has recently been busy with a Soviet-style internal purge, scrubbing away anyone who dare question the warming relations between Ruto and the Orange Party.
Chama yetu imefanya resolutions kubwa sana. Moja yao
and dismissed him as a passing wit. In fact, Gertrude Mbeyu even went as far as to predict that Sifuna will be forgotten within 2 weeks of his expulsion.
Sifuna, sikiza, tulikuwa tumekupa heshima tukakuheshimu kama SG. Taimu yako 18 umeingia saizi, kazi imekushinda. Catherine Omanyo pale anaiweza. Kenya ukiwa ndani.
Yeah, but that
she been eating a lot of ugali.
Yeah, she's just talking a lot of nonsense. But I want to get to the point where now people were tear gas before, because she's just yapping about Sifuna and all.
Mimi nasema hivi, wangapi wamekubali Kasongo tunamuondoa?
Hold on, the police don't come start tear gassing these people.
That's where they're gonna come.
Wow.
Hivi tunatoa Kasongo. Wangapi wanasema Kasongo aende? Kasongo aende. Kasongo aende. Kasongo aende.
What the hell he
The
saying?
state visibly shaken by the sheer
Kasongo must go. Ruto must go. That is it.
Okay.
scale of the reception did what it does best. It opened the canisters. Police unleashed a curtain of tear gas on a crowd that was already chanting about.
It's not an illegal gathering. So why'd you do what he did? This is illegal. Because what they did, they're allowed to do it.
Remember they passed a law
yes. And now you must ask to be able to protest that shit.
Yes, exactly. You must inform the police station prior, indicate your reasons of demonstrating. You must be having proper placards.
Bullshit. I got to get authority to protest.
Yeah, you got to.
Marching the Sifuna Brigade into State House by force in 2027.
Wetu hamtaharibu. Mbona wanatutupia tear gas mkutano yetu? Zima hiyo kitu. Wapi? Zima bwana. Tulieni. Zima hiyo kitu.
However, the protesters stayed put and responded with stones. And within minutes, the rally flipped into a familiar Kenyan showdown.
Rally,
straight on one side.
That's how you know the country that you got criminals running the country. That this guy cannot win an election. Because if you wouldn't be scared of this, you wouldn't care. Because you be popular. I don't care about this. As long as they're not smashing anybody's businesses, they're not hurting anybody. They're just doing the political thing. Hey, do your thing.
The best way people know of literally attacking back the police is by throwing stones. The moment they say tear gas, that's it. You've just literally demanded the crowd to fight you back. At this point, people are not scared. Yeah, people are not scared anymore. They actually love it. They're like, calm.
That's what you morons don't understand. You got the Kenyan, they're not scared anymore. That's dangerous for you guys. That means this leads to always the revolution, the real revolution. They're not scared of you police officers. You don't have the numbers to stop any Kenyans to say enough. Any African that says enough is enough. You'll be overthrown. Good.
Yeah, so that is what is happening. I'm trying to find videos on TikTok of the shooting, but I think they've been all taken down. Also, remember,
I thought I heard some bullets.
Yeah, there were bullets, but there were clear videos of even the bodies being carried. I've not even seen them anymore. Yeah, some people's body carried because after the shooting. I'm not seeing those videos anymore right
More
now.
illegal. Imagine you shooting innocent people. This is illegal. He's supposed to be at the Hague. This is crazy. That's why, you shot. You're
Yeah, I
not.
can't find them. I can't find them. I can't really find them. But
Was anybody talking about it? Is he talking about it? Somebody.
no, it wasn't, because that was actually immediately after it happened, because when you see the tear gas and all that, so people had to dispatch. Some people were shot, and I've seen some video literally this morning and yesterday on TikTok. So it's crazy. I can't see none of them right now. That also shows you our government is really working so hard.
Everybody got the internet. People scrubbing the internet, especially in Africa now, because they know how the internet works. So of course they got the people come and scrub these videos.
Yeah, because also they say they don't want to see anyone posting videos about the previous demonstration even anymore. No posts, no videos, no nothing.
See, you get what the hell you want to see.
But as I go through the comments, I see Mr. John Mosquito Karibu Sana. Hope you had a beautiful weekend. Says he's a Russian hunk brother kid to African women. What's a hunk? I don't know what you're talking about.
A hunk mean I got shot these we got these words, Joe. We just know these ebonic words.
I don't think you
A hunk means he's handsome, Joby. He's fine. He's gorgeous he's gorgeous to women. But actually he's Delbert, exactly.
Yeah, that's a Delbert for real. Now, if I see any just blunt ass looking person, I'll be calling them Delbert. God damn it. Because you're just bluntly existing. You don't have anything interesting in you. Just like
that's right. That's right. That's what Delbert is.
Yeah. I also see Jibajaba says, I'm glad that the stupidity of African people is being exposed because it's the only way things will change. I kind of agree. Do you think they'll change, or they're just now going to be doing it more consciously? I don't know if it's really going to change, because there's the mentality of always. There's this lady. Let me see if I can find that video and share it very quickly before I wind up.
You got time to come down. Good.
I see Shimani looking at me here about time shit. So
what time? Shimani's good. Where's Shimani at? Sitting down somewhere?
She just came here to check if I'd finished the show, but she went back to the back. This lady.
You're gonna take Earton's time. You good?
I'm literally almost finished. But anyway, this lady was talking about how we have the African women thinking someone is coming to save them. And that comes even when it comes to the white people. When you see a white man, you think, again, you've hit the jackpot and you think someone is really coming to save you. So she's talking in Swahili, but I'm going to translate it again.
Women need to realize that nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. Ati uko job hapo Safaricom House, uko job hapo nini kwa supermarket, lakini you go through life thinking that, oh, one day I'm gonna bump into this guy and he's going to be so wealthy, and then atanipenda, and then atanitoa job hapa, and through that niomoke. Nobody's coming to save you. Clock that shit. Clock it.
Right.
Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody. And Kenyan women need to stop going through life thinking that, manze siku moja ndako tu natembea hivi nipatane na kichali kiko na do, manze kinipende, kinitoe kwa block. Nobody's coming to save you. No one. And vile mnakwanga mumeweka wazungu at a certain pedestal is weird to me, because what do you mean?
She's saying the way we put white men at a certain hierarchy or pedestal is really crazy to her.
Mi kwanza naangalia nisongo zao na
she looks at this like puking.
And also right, you're right. African man won't fight the white man, but they'll fight you to protect them. They will. They'll fight you all day to protect these wicked people. They will. I've seen it. I told, he wasn't even white. He was Indian. I was in Tanzania. They went crazy because I told that Indian I beat him an inch. I beat you to death out of here. Brother, once they spoke English, brother, don't say that. Don't do it. I said, what?
I was thinking it goes deeper with the miseducation also about other African countries somehow, and the projection of Africa is poor, right? So you don't even ever think you can meet, again, let me assume a king like the ones we see in Nigerian movies in Nollywood. You don't assume you're gonna meet this guy, an African who can, not really the way she's saying it, but an African, like, who can just love you, take care of you, doesn't have to, this man just came to save you and all that. But I feel like it's more of projection of also how we view Africa and everyone. We think most of our men are poor, incapable, and you don't think
Joey's spilling the beans. She's being honest. Watch out. Joey's being honest. You'll never get this kind of honesty out of Joey. This is honesty here, buddy. Go ahead. That's real. Not that kind of honesty. Not that kind of honesty you'll never do. Not that kind of, we look at these African men and what they think of them being poor, and that's real.
It's true.
That's honest. You really don't never go that far. Go ahead.
Yeah, personally, I've just been thinking. I've been seeing, especially like the Ghanaian men. The Ghanaian men are fine. Like the Ghanaian men really look so good, like really, really good. Especially the ones with the beards, like they just look good, like really. And Congolese men too. Oh my God, they look good. Like I don't know why would you be looking at a white man.
Because our pendi.
Yeah, so she's saying these people don't like us. Generally, white people don't love us, and you need to know that.
Shout out to her. She must have been outside of Kenya one time or something.
Let alone black women, they don't love us.
Yes, they don't.
They don't like us.
No, they
don't. Ni mafetish za upuzi na za ushetani na za devil worshiper.
You're fetish, exactly.
Nothing else. Because I don't know, not all of them, lakini nawahurumia, because I can only imagine the shit that you have to put up with in the daytime, and alone usiku. Masaya shetani.
I'm gonna put this up. Shout out to everybody. I'm gonna pull this up before we leave. There's a video making his rounds around TikTok. It's funny. It's this black lady, right, who's married to a white guy, Swedish guy, who calls her all kind of nigger monkeys, and everybody's laughing.
She's from Kenya, right? I think
she's from Kenya. I don't know. I don't know where she's from. Just say black woman says her Swedish husband calls her a monkey. But that's
He's from Mombasa.
Oh my God! It makes it even worse. Oh my God! It's even worse. What? I didn't even know. So everybody's saying, and you still calling him your husband, lady. But that's what we tell you. They'll marry your stupid black ass because they want your coochie. All right, they'll pretend with you, but they still don't like you. Even their children who are mixed, they don't like their ass. This is how psychological, how deep it goes. I know she's Kenyan. Oh my God.
Yeah, she's from Kenya. Let me see what's that. She's been going viral a couple of times.
Everybody's asking, how you still married to him? Well, he said, I know. She was saying, it's making it worse. She's Kenyan. Oh
then the husband chased her out. Then she came back and found he had closed the gate with a barbed wire and all that.
I didn't know. What?
Yeah.
Damn.
The Wagners. Is it the Wagners? They're called the Wagners. Let's see. Because TikTok will always give you the EHS link.
This guy here, I have been feeding him like not a husband, but my child. I buy food for him. I buy clothes for him. I cook for him. I wash utensils. I do everything as a wife. And for him, nothing for return. Only beat him. And I thought he's just too old. I cannot even hit him because he's too old and very sick. So I feel I don't want him to die on my heart.
This is a different one. That's why I don't. Oh, white man, we all crippled. So what? You do anything for you all crippled. Man,
don't you hit him?
It's the one.
Why don't I beat him? How can I beat somebody like 84 years old? How can I beat him with cancer? With the diabetic? Yeah? With also prostate cancer. How can I beat him? Am I crazy? All I need is the right.
What is even worse?
Yeah, so she went ahead. She was called Monkey.
They called her Monkey. There's another one. The girl's got like an afro. But this all the time then. The other one, the girl has an afro. She's in a car, she has an afro talking about my husband just called me a monkey. Let me see. Bro, scroll down. Say African. Say black girl says Swedish SW, I used to sweet SWEDS. Swedish husband calls her a monkey. Well, let's see. Damn, there's a bunch of them. That ain't even one. I only see the lady. Damn. She had an afro sitting in the car. Everybody responding to it. I only see it on Joey's TikTok. Damn. Oh, let me get on mine real quick. Let me show that video because that shit's funny. Everybody that. So this happened. Oh, all these. This happens over and over again. Over and over again. They call you monkeys. He said, African lady. Yeah. Sit in the car. Yeah, sit in the car. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Oh, no. Damn, why can't I put TikTok? See, Joby's speed is different than mine. They be trying to not even have it on the African shit. We want to let them see it. TikTok. TikTok. See.
Crazy. Yeah, but also the other one was saying also the husband calls her a monkey. The one from Kenya too. He always calls me a monkey. All that. I'm feeding him like a baby.
Yeah, she's feeding my. Let me see. Let me type this. Let me see. Where's the damn search bar on this fucking thing? Damn. Okay. Oh, no, I never had on this computer. Where's this? Where's the search bar? Here we go. Say. Let me write this book and say black woman with afro says her Swedish husband called her a monkey. That's what I get. There you go. I got it. Okay, let me share my screen. It popped up. A bunch of pop. Let me share my screen real quick, guys. Give me a second.
Let me take mine down.
Now, let me share my screen. Let me go here. Where's the share screen on this damn thing now? This it? No, that ain't it. Let's invite somebody. Where is this shit? This it? Let's see. Share screen. Okay, you can't find this shit no more. They got everything all crazy. Let's go to TikTok. Okay. Share. You guys let me know if is my screen shared?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, so this you got on H. So see it all popped up right there real quick. See, so
I overheard my Swedish husband calling me a black monkey on a video.
And she does sound like she's damn Kenyan too.
No, that's Nigerian. No.
I overheard my Swedish husband calling me a black monkey on a video call to another woman. You might be wondering why I'm sharing this story, but please, this is to all my black queens out there, all my African queens out there. Please, you need to watch this video. Learn a thing or two from this video. If you are thinking of dating someone who's not same race as
you, I'm not dating anyone who would have sold me or eaten me back in the day. Exactly. They've sold and eaten you, lady. And you black women are the fucking worst with this shit.
You, please, I'm begging you, do your research. Don't think that because they are interested in black queens doesn't mean that they're not racist.
And they said, it goes, yeah, ma'am, you're really surprised. I'm not surprised. People are hilarious out here. So for him being married to you doesn't absolve him from racism. Exactly. I don't know what you black women be thinking. They're racist. They're just in your coochie, you morons.
Because you will be surprised the kind of treatments some of our black queens are suffering in silence behind closed doors. I'm one of them, and I'm sharing my story for you to learn and do.
You had an African lady talking about the Kenyans. She's in Denmark or Netherlands. Said, "Black, can you stop coming to the Netherlands with these white men you married and they beating your ass up here in the Netherlands? Stop coming." And she said too. She's a black. I don't know what she was. She said mostly you Kenyan women. You're in the Netherlands and you're getting your ass beat, and these men don't like you. What's going on in Kenya that you don't know this?
do not repeat exact same mistake as me. Story time. So I met this guy on a dating app. I was living back home. This guy was, we chatted, and all of a sudden, he said that he's interested in me. He wants to.
He's your white Jesus. He chatted, and you married him on a chat app, on a dating app. Very fucked up in the head.
Marry me, and he wants to come to my country. He did the paperwork, and he was granted a visa. He came to my country to visit me.
You don't sound like Nigerian. How was she from? She ain't from Nigeria.
She's sounding kind of Jamaican a little bit. Like she has that Jamaican kind of a tone at the end, but also Nigerian. I don't know which is which. I'm also trying to get it.
Don't sound like Kirby Kent. She don't sound Nigerian. She ain't from the islands because she told you she's from Africa. So she ain't from the islands. She's from somewhere. She don't sound God. She may be Cameroonian.
Oh, Ghanaian. Oh, Cameroon. I don't know.
Maybe Ghanaian. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe Ghanaian. Maybe Cameroonian. But nah, she ain't Nigerian because that English be fucked up.
This guy seemed like a nice gentleman. Then he returned back to Sweden, and he started the paperwork, the process for me to come and join him. Eventually, I was granted, so I joined him. When I got there, the first few months was like our honeymoon period. Then after that, I started noticing patterns of bad behavior, abusive behavior, verbally and physically. I was wondering if this is the same guy that I was chatting to.
Yes, he's the same guy, moron. It's your fault your parents didn't teach these your enemies. All right? He just wants some of your black coochie, your novelty. Like you said, you're exotic. He want to be in your, he's not going to change the behavior. Rest of the behavior is going to come out. How long did you know him before you, on this dating app, where you moved all this, took your ass to Sweden? So we know, like, Judge, we know you were escaping poverty. Why would you just up and leave your whole life to move to Sweden? Who the fuck do you know in Sweden? Nobody. You know, it's a white country. And escape my poverty.
Online, the same guy who came to visit me back home in Africa. I didn't know why he would get angry.
I told you back in Africa. I know she don't got no island accent. I don't know what country she's from. Is it Botswana? Maybe Botswana. Maybe Zimbabwe. It ain't Nigeria. Know that.
Out of no reason. Then he would call me names that shocked me. I didn't believe it.
Yep.
I never thought once this guy would call me such names. He would beat me black and blue. I covered up for him. I don't know why. I never
beat you black and blue and you still covered up. Called you a black monkey and beat your ass. Because that's what they do, lady. Okay? And pretty soon that's going to end up. You don't leave, he's going to unalive you. Okay? Because you're stupid. You're an African. You're a moron. Sorry. He's gonna call you racist names. He wants to, and I'm sure he did slave play with you. He always want to make you some sick slave. So they want to have you cosplay as a slave because they believe in power and dominance. So yeah, him beating your ass, you say nothing about it?
Spoke up. Maybe it was a fear of me being sent back home.
Exactly.
So
there's a fear you going back home to be fucked up in Africa. Go back to poverty.
Crazy.
Exactly what it is.
I kept quiet. I endured. We've got one child together. The abuse got worse and worse. I later on.
No one showed you no sympathy. You had a baby with this brother. Would say.
She stayed till she had a baby. Oh my God. Yeah. I would have been gone from the word go. Like the moment I saw this guy trying to I'm gonna beat your ass and leave. The F I'm like.
And then I had a baby. That's why people are making memes. People are making memes about you all over the internet. He's beating your ass, calling you a monkey, and then you still had a baby with this man. The psychological damage this woman's fucked up in the head. She's fucked up in the head. She ready to abuse this to go back to Africa. I want to go back to Africa.
Found out that this guy tried to date women, Swedish women, but no one would date him because this guy has got a history of being in a mental institution since he was.
Wow.
He's really fucked up and you went to You move from Africa, you're going to be with a motherfucker from a mental institution.
This is what these people keep on telling us. There's a lady who say this. You think you hit a jackpot by seeing a white man in Africa. You don't even know where they came from. They're rapists, they're drug addicts, where they're coming from. They have mental health issues. Exactly. Oh my God.
Exactly, yo. That was shit.
Oh, shit.
You know, Africa to go be with a mental illness motherfucker.
A young boy. He claimed that his parents did stuff to him,
but he was smoking stuff. I can't name them here because of TikTok. He went ahead to start abusing our daughter physically.
Oh my God. No, not physically. It means he was fucking your daughter because that's what they do. And he was fucking your daughter. That's what they do. This is crazy. I didn't go through I didn't know all this shit. I just turned it up. Everybody's making videos about you. I know it went this deep, lady. You're disgusting. And no one, they're calling you out. Not only beat you, you had enough to have a child with them, and you don't know that they're pedophiles and they do abuse to their own kids. Now he's fucking your daughter. But you don't want to go back to Africa. You're fucking mine.
Verbally. This got too much. I
you got mental problems too, lady.
It got help and we moved out. I moved out with my daughter. I filed for divorce, but he refused to sign the paperwork. So we are still legally married.
You don't have to sign any paperwork. You can get an annulment, lady.
Some of my stuff are still back there. So he tried to take full custody of our daughter, but the system refused him because of his history of being mentally unstable. This guy will sit on social media platforms, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, chatting to African queens, the ones that he calls monkeys.
Because because he knows you're stupid, lady. He knows you African women known to be stupid. So that's why he does it. He knows you're going. He's white. Like Joby said, this motherfucker psychotic. He goes back and so he got the phone for Africa. He goes back and plays with his butthole. There's all kind of crazy shit.
Oh my God. We gotta be serious. Oh my God. Stay single. It's not a must. Stay single. Oh my goodness. It's not a must. Trust me. It's not a must. For what? It's not a must.
Not much you be with a white man at all. You get African, you got to say single. Oh my God.
If you're tired of dating African men and they kept on continuously disappointing you, just stay single because this the bullshit you're gonna be meeting. Trust you me, and I bet personally, African women, you won't hit the jackpot of the type of a white man you're thinking.
Now, I joke to tell you the truth because they don't like the upper echelon white man's not gonna fuck with you. Don't want you because sees you as a dirty nigga. That's their mindset. So the upper white man's not gonna mess with you because of this racial hierarchy that exists. He's not bringing nobody black home to his family. You know what this nigga? You don't get this nigga out this house. You insane?
You're gonna get those poor mentally ill ones, the rapists, the ones who've been convicted of crimes. Like you're gonna be bumping into those ones who cannot understand themselves, always scratching their genitals.
What are you doing? I'm about to get online, you monkey. Hey, African queens.
You call me a monkey, I'm gonna hit you with a pan on your goddamn ass. You're about to become the real Delbert for real. I'm flat in your face. Don't play with me. Jabba says, I'm glad I was raised in racist US. I look at white people totally different. I know. That's also, and that's something else. As much as that's what I'm saying, Africa, that people don't understand that culture. Like, because as much as white people are here, this is what happens. They take advantage of our women, call them names. The women put up with it. Those who don't know history. And it continues. The pattern continues. And we don't even know what racism. I bet, trusting me, since we're going back to the street questions, Keith, I've had him hint on that. We're going to see, literally, people are going to be, who is a racist? People don't know. Trust me.
That's a good question. So that's a good one to start with. That's true. That's a good question to start with. Exactly. You imagine, and that's imagine how dangerous African white people. You don't even know that they don't like. So that one Kenya Joby show does. They don't like you. But then they came to colonize you, treat you bad, they own all your land, and you're poor. How they your buddies? I know it's also the religious indoctrination. They see with the gods, and it's crazy. It's all jumbled up in your mind. And you got a motherfucker online. African queen. He's white. He's talking on the line. African queen. You're like, oh, that's a white man. Oh, I'm sure gonna give him my panties, girl. Oh, African queen.
John says Caucasian men always prey on women first. Jiba says they practice multi-travel genocidal tactics. That's crazy. And also says this release of GMO mosquitoes was in the 1960s Twilight Zone episode. And Jiba says FBA on TikTok said Dr. Mombi is a reptilian. Had me dying. Wow.
These FBA morons called they call Dr. Mombi reptilian.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my God.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Java says African Union is a joke. Kagame will be up in the Hague next. Lol. That is Jiba. Says Small Hearts built the NASCP to take.
They did exactly. They did to keep the fight off of them and put the fight on us and make us see that we're the one trying to infiltrate white society. That's true, Jim. They're the ones created. They also created that African Union shit. It's out to the Chinese man tell you Israel controls Africa. It damn sure does. That's what damn sure does. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, John Mosquito says correct, Brother Keith. They killed the real kings and queens and replaced them with the current pup.
They did. That's right. Because remember, that's true. The current puppets of this family. Remember, a lot of kings and queens in Africa were murdered off. They came in, they killed them, they murdered them off because they wouldn't submit. They wouldn't be ruled by the white people, so they just murdered whole lineages off in Africa. Just wipe their ass out.
George Bajaba asks, does Ruto appoint judges and the criminal prosecutors? Actually, what he did, this is the joke in it. What he did is he replaced all the judges. That is 2-3 weeks ago. 2-3 weeks ago, I remember. I didn't talk about it, but I saw it. And then after he said, oh, we're going to ensure that there is no corruption. Everything is going to be dealt with. I'm not going to interfere with the judges. You already interfered with them by changing everyone, literally. Like, then you're saying you're not going to interfere with anyone. So yes, he does pick the judges because if you don't work according to him, bet you're going to disappear. That is just how he's been working for the longest time.
That shit crazy.
And Ruto is something else. That is John Mosquito. They tired. They tried to say Obama was a Mau Mau revolutionary. What? When? Since where?
That's a lot. And sorry, guys, they come on this week. It's so hard for me to do a show. I'm so out of touch. I don't know how to really put a show together no more. That's how messed up I am. I was going to do the show. I just can't. I was going to, even last night, I got up here to start doing one. Like I can't put shit together. But go ahead.
That Russian dude proves it's gonna take another 3 generations to purge the mind. I kind of agree. That's how low budget FBA women think about the American black man. Says, is that the one feeding her dog food in the kitchen? Ew. Which one? I don't know what we're talking about.
I know they always, not only you find them at AIDS and all the other shit and sleeping with children, you always have forms of bestiality. It was just happened. This happened here in Florida again. I think it was last week. Came across my feed. Man caught and fucking his dog. Always. Always. And you with these people. Caught again. Said he was raping. Somebody put a camera up. Caught him fucking the dog. I mean, this is always. I remember I had Lady Bond. This almost 10 years ago. I said, pull up anything right now. Right now. I bet you're going to find a bestiality case this week. She's like, Keith, you crazy. Okay, you naive too. You fucked up in the head. Type computer found some guy here in Pensacola, the cop, it was 2 of them. The cop was having sex with his damn dog, and some dude close nearby to me was having sex with the dog, and the dog was called Baby Girl. He's fucking the shit out Baby Girl.
Wow, she's crazy. But much love, family. Have yourself some beautiful rest part of your morning. Danny, Arison, Karibu Sana. But we're coming to the end of today's conversation right there.
We're talking about Epstein again, guys. Talk about Epstein again today. It just gets deeper. The craziness gets deeper. And
yeah, I've seen a bunch of names over there. I've seen a bunch of names over there. The names have been released, all of them. So we're going to talk about that.
Not all of them. They're still trying to hide a bunch of them, but not all of them. It's so wicked, so
and
evil.
Talk about the social security which provides benefit to about 70 million Americans, which could run out of money soon.
Because I remember they've been stealing that, but that's your retirement money. That you, no matter what you do, every week you get paid. In America, 2 weeks. If you get paid weekly or 2 weeks, that money comes directly out your check. You don't ever see it. And they've been stealing that money for like 40 years now, 50 years. They just been going and taking the money, doing what the fuck they want to do with it. So now Social Security's like it's about to be insolvent. They've been stealing billions of dollars out of that fund. And it's not supposed to be, it's not a governmental fund. It's not, the government has no control of that, but they've been stealing out of that fund. Because we don't see it every time you get your paycheck, here go my electric bill. You guys know, my electric bill is probably going to be high. You guys know that's me. Florida Power electric bill. Shout out to Kenya. They just put some tokens. We get the bill. The bill's going to be high. Keith Newsom, electric bill, right? So when you get your check, come in, you get your check. You always got your Social Security removed. If you got child support, that's gone too. That money's gone. You got the child support. Yes. So you come in, your Social Security, that money's gone. You ain't got nothing to do with it. Then also they're gonna take your 401k, which you ain't got shit to do. That comes out of your check too. So they got control of your 401k, your retirement, and your Social Security. And they're gonna steal it all.
Okay, so much love, family. We'll discuss on that more tonight on the Africa Today show. For those who shall be catching this on a replay, leave your like, comment over there, and of course, subscribe in case the first time, and download our app on the Google Play so you can catch us on the radio station or rather on the show page. No, we're not back on the show page yet, though.
No, you're not back on the show page yet because I ain't got no damn money.
Much love,
right? When you bastards go ahead and donate, give some cash apps, guys. Somebody give me, I need $80 to put the TV back up. So probably gonna be next Friday till I get the TV back up. Shit costs money up in me. See this electric bill I gotta pay? You see this thing? To open it up, it won't be as high as Michelle, $800, but I'll be like, oh, I'll open it up like this. Hold on, guys. Open it up like this. Hold on. I'll do this. Open it up. God damn! How much is this thing? What? Look at this.
How much?
Look at this shit. I'm not even home. $340.
Wow.
This more than yours, Jibber Jabber. And you up there in the north. If you can read that, $340. Crazy. There's $340, Jibber Jabber. How the hell am I more than I'm in Florida? And you in goddamn Pennsylvania was cold and icy. Explain this, Bill.
Much love, family.
One of our can't pay the TV bill at Black Cat Fire. Kila siku niko mangaikoni, uteja patikani manze namba isomi. Hizi street deli chuko mamishoni.